To my daughter's friend, I have no idea who you are. You cannot. Don't ever bring yourself to my place, okay? And if anything happens to my daughter, I will find you. There are other people that I know that have seen you, have met you, and know your name, despite the fact that you're going with some fake name on social media. I don't trust you, I don't like you, and I have no idea what's causing my daughter to freak out at 2 a.m. about her scooter. I don't like that. I don't understand this behavior. And I already told you on social media that I only welcome people that bring out the best in us. So you need to leave. I know you can hear me, and if you guys left anywhere, because I see the car isn't there, my love, if you are driving that person home, I guess is your friend, I noticed something. I noticed you look uncomfortable. I noticed that you don't like that person, actually, from what I can see. And I should have told that person to stay outside my door while you talk to me about your scooter or whatever the situation, whatever dilemma that you're dealing with. I'm happy to be here to you, my love. I'm here. Anywhere that I am is your home. Anytime, 24 hours, 7 days a week, my love. My pretty baby love. You bring yourself home to me anytime you want to. Always. No matter what the situation is. Doesn't matter what it's about. Always. You're always safe at home with me. And I feel, from what I can see, that you're not comfortable with that person. I don't need to respect anything that's not respecting us. So, that person is not allowed to be anywhere near me, and I suggest you don't let that person anywhere near you anymore. What is that person doing here so often? So you need to leave, whoever you are, whatever your name is. This is not your house. This is not your place. This is my daughter's studio. You don't live here. You're not on the lease. You're not anybody to me. You're not anybody in real life. And, go look in the mirror somewhere to see about who you need to talk to and who you need to be friends with, because it's not my daughter and it's not us. And it's not that I have to close my eyes or look the other way. You are not allowed to be anywhere near me, and I suggest my daughter do the same, and I'm sure that she will. And I should have said this when you're at the door. What I usually do, though, is I follow what my daughter says, and I believe what she says because I believe in her, and I trust her to make her own choices. But from what I can see, I have to say my part. I'm my own person as well. I see what I see, I think what I think, I feel how I feel. And that's that. Anyways, so then explain this. My Evie pounding on the door 1 a.m. I thought I was hallucinating or something when I heard the pounding of the door. That really scared me. Who did I think it was? I wanted it to be Evie. I have this vision in my mind's eye of seeing her at the door and telling me, "Mom, I missed you, I love you, hugs, I'm so happy to see you, happy that you're here." That's the vision that I have in my mind's eye. So when I look through the people and see that it's her, first of all, thank God, that it's her, that she's alive and well, but who's behind her? Some dark person in the shadow with a hoodie and gloves on. I open the door, I tell her, "Oh my God, I'm happy to see you, but I'm naked. Let me get dressed." And who is this person? She said, "It's my friend, and I'm looking for my scooter." I said, "You're looking for your scooter?" And I said, and that already was like, okay, I was thinking some things that mattered. And I said, "You know what, just hurry up and bring yourself in." I have no idea, but when she said it was her scooter, it felt like an emergency. So I said, "Bring yourself in," and she said, "No, get dressed first." I said, "I'm not naked, I'm just in my underwear. You can bring yourself in. Sounds really serious." And she said, "No, I don't want to. I'm not comfortable, you have to get dressed first." So then I put my robe on. She welcomed my daughter in and put my hand up and told that person to stop. I said, "Who are you? What's your name? And what are you doing here?" And she said, I'm her friend. Evie Nunea said, "Oh, that's my friend." And I said, you already know how I told you on Instagram, I told you I don't like you. And I said, "Well, you can wait for her. You can have a seat right there and wait for her. Because I have no idea if I overreacted or if I was wrong for telling her friend to give it. I don't like that person. I didn't like that person when I saw the person, which was in June. It was the summer when my Yevie brought herself home and then suddenly told me she had a new friend. I don't like that person. And I said it right there. I said, I don't like you. And Yevie says, that's my friend, Mom. And so I say, okay, maybe I'm overreacting. Go ahead and have a seat right there. She said, my name is Ronan or Rohan or whatever. You know I don't like you, but you can have a seat right there. So I had to go back there and say, don't bring yourself to my place at all. And forget about bringing yourself to my daughter's place, whoever you are, because from what I can see, something's going on and it's not okay. I'm not okay with any of this. I have no idea what this situation dilemma is about. And I don't want to see you. The hoodie and the gloves, it's not that cold outside. I'm going to save my daughter. I'm going to keep my daughter safe from anybody. And these people, they're all just in the way. They're all just in the way of the bigger picture. And I'm fine with moving them out of the way. You know, I think my daughter really needs to be liberated. My Yevie Nunia, she needs to be exonerated, liberated, break through. You know, because she looks like she's talking and walking like everything's fine. And from what I can see, no, something's the matter. I don't like this. A scooter? Your scooter, I mean, that is something. That's her property. That's her personal property. So she has every right to account for everything that's hers. And whoever that person is following her around. Get fucking lost, you fucking loser. Those people are not going to be taking anything away from her anymore. They've taken a lot away from her already. I mean, is she okay? I feel like she wanted to come to me because her car wasn't there after being there. I usually email her every day. And I feel like she was asking me where I was, kind of, because I email her every day, and I feel like after her car wasn't there, I think she was expecting a response from me. That's what I think. That's what I'm feeling. And I think she came to see what's going on. And she might be seriously looking for her scooter, which she should be able to. I want her to find her scooter. And I'm not okay with the fact that she has that her scooter is missing. I told her this place is weird and we need to move. I'm never too far away. My name is Hausana Taflavaki. I am the mother to Yevie Nunia. She is my daughter, and I am her mother. No matter what age she is, she's always my daughter. No matter what age she is, and although I respect her, as a young growing adult, she's my baby. She's my one and only. I'll protect her and guard her with my life. I die for her and I live for my daughter. It may not seem that way to others. I know that I have a record and I have a lot of negative opinions against me and my motherhood, which I've stood up for and continue to stand up for. And I won't let anybody take my daughter's mother away from her. There's no hiding place on earth for anybody that's hurt my daughter. You can bet on that. I'm not saying that I'm some big, vicious person, that I'm going to go attack anybody or anything like that. That's not my intention, and that's definitely not my job. That's the Lord's good work. And I've said a number of times I'm not interested in doing the Lord's work like that. Push comes to shove, I will absolutely stand in the way of any problem. And my daughter, I will always be in front of her, behind her, of the side of her. Wherever she is, I will always be, and I will never be too far, even if I'm not physically right next to her. I love my daughter with my heart, my soul, my mind. Being a mother is something that's transformed me in a number of ways, whether anybody recognizes that or not. I have that truth and fact within myself, my heart and soul. And it's just an experience that I can't compare to anything else. And the value of being a mother to my daughter, I'm very proud of being her mother specifically, is something that is very valuable to me. personally. Any good mother and father would say that about their children. And what I'm saying is that there's just there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of things that have happened in the circumstances, and I've been judged according to the circumstances, which has never been fair to me and definitely not fair to my Yivi Nunia. What she's had to deal with and what she's dealing with currently is something that anybody could never imagine. The things that she's dealt with, the things that she's moved on from, the things that she's not talking about that I know and that I don't even feel like I have a right to talk about without her consent and permission in respect of her privacy and her rights, all of her rights as a human being. Nobody can imagine that. The things that me and my daughter have been through and we're not through yet, the things that we've endured, is not obvious because of our beauty and our resilience. But those things would have killed anybody. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. The strongest man, the strongest woman, the strongest whoever on earth would have died after what me and my daughter have experienced and endured. We don't get the respect that we deserve, but we will. I feel very strongly about that. I feel very sure about that. Why? Because that's my expectation. And there isn't anybody that's ever going to be anywhere around me that doesn't satisfy that expectation. I have zero tolerance policy for anything less than that. I am not some crying mom on the news. I've said that so many times. I do have a YouTube channel that's committed to raising awareness on a lot of the issues that we've addressed, me and my daughter, a lot of the things that we've endured. I have a channel dedicated to burying those people and the facade that they're walking around with. That's what social media is for. It's a tool, and I use that tool. But that isn't our truth. Our truth is that I'm powerful. My daughter's powerful. Incredibly powerful. I'm not some crying mom on the news. My daughter's not a victim. I'm not a victim. I'm not worried, but I am concerned. And I have every right to be concerned. And I was criminalized in court, family court, for being concerned. Every time I showed concern, they changed the visits. So they were slowly but surely trying to take away my rights, my responsibilities, etc. I have all of my rights reserved. I say that although it's been years since I regained custody and we've been out of the courts, we're still very much dealing with the after effects. I will share our emails on my YouTube channel. This isn't to tell the world as if the world cares. I do welcome those suggestions, comments, if anybody's experienced anything like this, etc., etc. And to enlighten. There's so much that I endured that I had no idea where to go, who to turn to, who to talk to, who to ask questions, etc. There isn't it. It's like a nightmare. I'm like running down this dark hall and I'm looking at everybody and I'm telling everybody something's wrong, somebody help me, and they're all looking at me like I'm crazy. And that's actually what's been happening in my actual real life. It's been a real fucking nightmare. And then like in the movies, it's like you find out that the person that you've been talking to and entrusting your secrets with is actually part of it. I'm posting these to our channel though, YouTube. As I said, social media is a tool and I use it to expose and bury the people that's been lying. They continue to lie. My Reddit disappeared. A big part of the records at the family courthouse was blacked out with a mark with, I don't know, some black ink was blacked out a lot of the records. I mean, it just really is like a real life nightmare. It's really crazy and Twilight Zone scary. But at the same time, a lot of it is comical. Like if we really when I keep myself on my own, in my own world, I don't need to worry about what anybody else is doing. I don't care. And it just, these people, like they literally tried to burst my bubble and try to interfere and try to get my attention and things like that. I have no idea. Maybe God thinks that I'm like one of the strong soldiers that's supposed to carry some big, huge message to tell the world whatever is happening, etc. And when I read my emails to my Evie, like the one I'm sending to her now, it seems like I'm saying blink twice if you're in danger, etc., which is comical. It's really comical if you really think about it. I mean, Evie is not in danger. She's not scared. She's not some victim. She's not some little like wallflower or whatever. My daughter is strong. She's my daughter. She is her mother's daughter. She's very much like me. We're cute. We're cute. We're pretty. We're beautiful. All the things. Absolutely, but we're incredibly fierce. We're incredibly fierce. So I'm just not liking the vibe of it. The fact that it's stressing me out. The fact that I'm worried about what did this mean. I'm like trying to decode the language, etc. But it's like, why do I even need to do this? Like she's very capable of talking to me. She's very capable of speaking up and out, etc. But I cannot ignore what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is that she's uncomfortable. She's uncomfortable. She doesn't even like that person. I have no idea why she's walking around talking about that. That's her friend. That black girl, I guess it's a girl. I have no idea. It looks like I have no idea what it is actually, honestly. It looks like it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I did get I have it on my home security camera. I have no idea if they'll try to deny like that they were ever here at 2 a.m. looking for a scooter, etc. Because when anybody wants to talk about me and my bizarre behavior of using a ladder to climb up on the balcony, etc., like I guess we're all crazy. So, let's see how crazy it can get if you want to get like that. But I don't mean to talk like that because really, who am I? I'm all here the queen. That's what they're gonna understand. That's not just an alter ego. Like that's my actual name. That's my birth name. That's my roots. That's my truth, etc. But I'm absolutely Evie's mom. I'm Evie Nunia's mom. And what I'm not liking also is that there seems to be a confusion. Like, does she understand and recognize me as her mom? That person is not her mom. Anybody else is not her mom. There isn't anybody else with the parental authority of mother or father than me.